Good afternoon. I've just scraped into, no, good morning. Just scraped into good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's get started. Hey Jen, how are you? Good to see you on. Are you waiting for the moon and the stars to align before you do that thing that you know you need to do? I had a conversation with somebody today, hey Noreen, and she said to me, I know you probably hear this a lot, but I really want to do Facebook Lives every day. And then you hear the but. Hey Jenny, there's always buts. There's a but, there's a but, there's a but. Hey Emily. You know, I know people that have even gone and bought the tripod and bought everything they needed to start doing Facebook Lives every day, and they're still not doing them because they're waiting for perfect. And the thing is, you know, life is never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the perfect time to do the next thing, whether it's Facebook Live for you or whatever the thing is that you know you need to do. And you also know that it's going to be tapping you on the shoulder, reminding you all the time to basically do that thing. It's not going away. It's not going anywhere. So you're going to keep being reminded of that. So the only thing that you can do is really just put your big girl pants on and get on with it at the end of the day, because there is no perfect time. The moon and the stars are never going to be aligned. You know, people often ask me about Facebook Live. What's the best time of the day to go live? I don't know. I just go live when I'm ready to go. I have been going a little bit later than normal. So I know that my, you know, the people on the call live is down a little bit, but I'm not going to reconfigure my day for the sake of having a number of, you know, more viewers on live. Yeah, I just don't overthink it. And that's the other thing that I want to say today. You know, we overthink things way too much, and we give things way more meaning than they actually need to have, and we make things a bigger deal than they actually need to be. So we need to try and reduce the story. You know, we need to pull apart often the stories that we're telling ourselves about when it comes to why we're not doing things or why things have to be difficult. You know, what's a story you're telling yourself right now about why you can't go on Facebook Live today? As soon as you stop listening to me, you can't just get on and start going live. What's the story you're telling yourself about that? What's the story you're telling yourself about why you can't have the type of success that you see others having? What's the sort of story that you're telling yourself about why you can't you know, lose the weight or find the boyfriend or the girlfriend, or, you know, bring in that amount of money that month? We all tell ourselves stories every single day, and we start to build new stories, you know, minute after minute after minute. You can find, if you pay attention, you'll find yourself forming a story about something based on your history and usually your fears. So as an example, if I said to you, when everybody gets off this live, the next thing that I want you to do is go live and talk about the first thing that comes through, you know, comes into your mind. I want you to go and talk about that. What is the thing what's the story that you're telling yourself about that? The lighting's not right. I don't have a proper tripod set up. People aren't going to want to hear what I have to say. I don't even know what I would say. This is all stuff that's actually not true. You know, you can actually pull that crap apart and say, well, I don't have a tripod, but I can hand it or hold on to it. Or yeah, maybe the lighting's not right, but I can go outside and try it there. Or I can go on holding onto it with the crappy light and say, guys, sorry about the light. You know, I'm just doing what I haven't had a shower. Jen, I'm going to give you that one because I wouldn't go on without having had a shower either. But you know, that's legitimate. And that's the thing, you know, there are so many reasons why we can figure these ideas and we can figure these stories in the moment often, and that we give them meaning that is not actually real. And then if we keep doing that, it becomes such a deep-seated, solid belief that's founded on nothing in the end. Because if you keep telling yourself that, then it feels like the truth when it's actually not. It's just a way for you to avoid doing something. I'm so often sweaty coming from the gym and when I am going live for my videos. Yeah, I know. So Stacey, I battle that all the time. I haven't been in proper clothes all week. You know, it's like I try to be wearing normal clothes at least, you know, 2 or 3 times a week. instead of workout gear. But you know, that's just the way life is at the moment, and I could avoid it. And yesterday I shot a video for my new opt-in, for my new program membership site that I'm launching, and I thought I could go upstairs and I could do my hair and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, the message was more important than perfection, and that's really what I want you to hear from today. You know, the importance of getting it done over perfection, because that's what it comes down to in the end. Pushing yourself to do those things, thank you for the love, pushing yourself to do those things even when you don't feel like it and when you feel like things aren't perfect, because really that's how we grow and expand. When we do that, when we push ourselves even though we don't feel quite ready, that's how we grow, and that's how we know what's on the other side of our fear. You know, when we push ourselves to do something that we hadn't done before and we're fearful of it, when we get to the other side of that, we actually get to see what that looks like. Better to be raw and real. Totally, Stacey, absolutely. And the woman that I was speaking to today, it was really lovely actually. She said to me, you know, what I love about your lives is, you know, that they're, you know, that it is real and raw, and that, she said, because your brand's very polished and very high end, and she said it just brings it down a little bit and helps us to relate to you more. And I really love that. That's not in any way strategic. That's just me showing up as me. But it was really nice to hear that, because I know my brand is very polished and very, you know, beautiful and perfect and all that stuff, mostly. But that's actually just part of my brand. You know, there's also this side of me as well who wears workout gear and a ponytail most of the time. And there's somebody that just is continuing to do the love heart thing, and it's becoming very distracting. I'm going to keep continuing to ignore it as best I can. It's nice to have the love, but not that much love. Okay. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to go. I've got to go meet with my other business partner that I run my martial arts marketing kind of membership site with. We're going to go and catch up today, which will be awesome. And then we're meeting up with another Taekwondo instructor, so it'll be all about my martial arts peeps today, which will be really nice. It's been too long. And then I'm off to the gym after that. And yeah, in the meantime though, try to stop waiting for the moon and stars to align. Stop waiting for perfect, because things are never going to be perfect, and just take the leap. Do the very best that you can, show up the best way that you can right now, and just go with it. You know, your next level growth is on the other side of your fear. So push through the fear, get it done, and stop telling yourself stories about why you can't do things. All right, bye guys.